Hey everyone, I'm the Web Goblin, and I help Guy behind the scenes manage how to be a great game master. My name is Derek, if in case you wanted to know, and it's been an amazing journey growing the How to Be a Great Game Master channel to where it is today with over 100,000 subscribers. And that's all because of you guys. And just from the Web Goblin, I want to thank you for making that possible. And it's been an amazing journey. We've met an amazing amount of people along the way, and friends, people that we never knew that we'd ever meet. People from Swindon, UK, Tokyo, America, Canada, and locally here in South Africa. And it's an amazing to see that there's so many awesome role players around the world, and not just in say Dungeons and Dragons, but Pathfinder, Starfinder, Star Wars, Star Trek, and all those different role playing systems. There's thousands of them, and the fact that there's this amazing community that's helpful, that makes people grow as role players, and that's something that we've have been fortunate enough to be part of, and we hopefully have been doing our part to grow that community and build it together and support each other. From tablefinder.com, which helps people find groups, to Discord, where people are allowed to chat to other role players, awesome role players around the world, about different problems they're having, different ideas, challenges, and concepts and ideas that they have. And for us, that's an amazing kind of place that we find ourselves in, that we can be part of that. And that's because of you guys and your support. And just lastly, Guy, thank you so much for being an awesome friend. I don't think I would be the person I am today without your friendship, your guiding kind of hand in terms of education and knowledge and kind of insight about the world. I mean, I can say for myself that the amount of stuff Guy knows is it's amazing, and kind of insights about the world that you didn't think possible. And that's something that I've been fortunate enough to kind of experience, and that friendship is something that I'm going to cherish forever. But anyway, enough about that. It's all about 100,000 subscribers. Thank you guys. Thank you supporting us, and we've got some really cool things coming up in the next year, and we hope to you guys will be part of it. And cool. Thank you.
Oh boy, hello everybody. Yeah, well, I don't think Derek is amazing. He is amazing, and I'm seeing everyone here in chat, and it's just absolutely wonderful. I'm not going to say too much just yet. Just know that for this achievement, which is really it is because of all of you guys, and I don't just say that sort of flippantly. It is quite literally because you guys are here and have supported us. And as I've seen some comments, it's like, oh, I remember when it was just 2,000. Absolutely. We started so without any sort of plan, and we're getting there. We're getting there. So I wanted to show you the moment that we ticked over, because it was quite a challenge to actually get the right number. I couldn't not wear the cloak. I mean, the cloak, this really has become the symbol, this really has become the symbol to a large degree of I mean, this was made by fans and designed by fans, and it's phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. All right, so this is, I hope this is the moment it ticked over, and yes, I giggled like a girl. Yep, that was me. sitting there waiting for it to tick over, and eventually it did, of course, tick over. And what a moment. I couldn't not. I mean, to think that we've got here after everything that's gone through. And I just want to say thank you to those who are sending in through those donations there. I kind of need like 50,000 people to watch who just does that. So who was that? That was Cyrus Sickus, I think it's pronounced. I'm not sure. Thank you. Little did you know this was a giveaway for you. Take my money. Thank you. That's very kind. Let's go to 1 million. You know, yeah, the next stop was got. People say, are you going for 1 million? Are you going for this? Are you going for that? And to be perfectly honest with you, when I was I put together a video for history, because I think you have to have like let's do a retrospective of where you've come from so we can see how far we've moved. And I've done that. And if you want to see it, I want you to write in there, I want to see the history video. I've actually called it History Channel because it's kind of what it is. It's a little bit long because it does go through the different years. So I'm just giving you that warning up front. But it does kind of take you down memory lane if you've been with the channel for a long time. And if you haven't, you're going to see how the channel kind of changed and migrated and developed because of the feedback that you guys kept doing it. So let's do it. I want to see the history video. Okay, so there we go. Everyone wants to see the history video. But before we do that, I think we need to do a giveaway first. So what I did, so you're going to have to bear with me. I'm going to be a little bit self-indulgent like I normally am in all my videos anyway. But what I did was I said, okay, 100,000 subscribers, what do we do? What can we do as a channel? So I reached out to people who in the past have given us giveaway stuff before. I reached out to people who didn't even know who we were. I reached out to people that had reached out to us in the past. Oh, there we go, Adrian. Adrian, is that correct? Is that how I pronounce your name? Have a cup of tea on me, absolutely. Thank you. Is it Adrian? I mean, we've been debating how to say... Well, I've been debating how to say this for a very long time. Hopefully one day. Otherwise, you're going to have to make a video on how to do that. So yeah, I think you've been present for a lot of our streams on this channel and on Twitch as well. So anyway, so I reached out to all of our people that we've sort of spoken to before. And I said, we're about to reach 100,000 subscribers. Do you want to give us something that we can give away to people? And there was not a single company that we reached out to that said no. Everyone that we reached out to said yes, absolutely, we definitely want to do that. Now, on the Discord channel, and if you haven't joined Amita, we'll do a whole video on pronouncing names and how I screw it up all the time. Oh dear, that shouldn't have happened. Where did that sound come from? What was that sound? I forgot to turn that off. Someone subscribed to the Twitch channel. That's fantastic. Just wrong. No. What? Where's that coming from? Oh God, I knew it was going to happen. It was inevitable. I thought I had turned all of these off. Okay, well, every time we hear that sound, someone on Twitch has joined. You try. Anyway, okay, back to where I was going. It is Streamlabs. Streamlabs is in the background. This is what happens when you try and stream on both and you don't know what you're actually doing. All right, so we reached out and we got a whole bunch of stuff coming through. And, you know, everyone, eventually we've got eight different sort of sponsor stuff that's come through. And it is all being given to you if you follow some steps. Now it's free giveaway stuff, and none of it is stuff that I wouldn't personally use as well. That's our caveat. Whenever someone says to us, will you talk about stuff on our channel, or will you do something, we always say, if we're not going to use it, we're not going to talk about it. It doesn't matter how much money you offer us. That's the bottom line. Unless we're trying to raise funds for something. And there is a fundraising campaign that's going to start. You're going to start it off very slowly, by the way, which it may be exciting. It may not be exciting. I don't know. But it is something that we want to do. So that's talking into the future. I'm jumping ahead here. So the very first giveaway What you need to do for this giveaway is, do I have to go back and forth between here and the Discord? No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Just stay here, except when you don't have to stay here, which is then when you have to go to Facebook. So what we did, because each company that gave us stuff, obviously they want exposure in order for giving out free stuff. It's kind of fair. Oh, God, there's another one. I could go and try and close down Streamlabs. Anyway, I don't even, but it's not even active on, one day, next goal, actually learn how to use OBS properly. Anyway, so everybody said they wanted us to do different things. So you got to go and, go take a photograph of yourself dressed up as a partridge, or you got to go and do this, you got to go and do that. And we said, no. We're going to try and standardize everything, and we're going to have some kind of metric that we can put into place. Corporates love Facebook. It's an old school approach to reaching your target market, but it also is a very accessible kind of space, and it's one that's sort of safe for the corporate environments, and that's a whole different video, trust me, that we can go into there. Anyway, what you need to do, and this is for each and every single one of them, and I realized that I did not do that in the thing below, so it's a thing. I have prepped everything else, and you don't have to turn it off from OBS. You don't have to turn it off from OBS if it's connected to Streamlabs. Okay, anyway, I'll figure that one out. That's not what we're talking about. We're celebrating 100,000 people having been exposed to this channel in some way, shape, or form. So, I'm going to play a video of our first giveaway. What you need to do, if you want to qualify to be part of the draw, because what we're going to do is we're going to take everybody who responds. We're going to take their names, we're going to sort of put them in the hat, and for each of the different categories, we're going to put them in a hat and we're going to pull them out, and then we will announce the winners on a Twitch stream most likely, because we're now doing Twitch. If you don't know about our Twitch channel, it's twitch.tv/greatgm, and those run on Friday nights, same time as this broadcast, and on Monday nights, same time, where we hang out for 2 hours and we just talk nonsense. So there we go. I see some people are posting up bits and bobs. Our Facebook page you might have to go to later on in this session, but maybe not. I don't know. Oh, Jay Shelton, you and the Web Goblin have quite literally added joy. Well, Jay, I mean just that statement is fantastic. Thank you. Is it bothering anybody else? It's certainly putting me off. Anyway, it just sounds like it's bells. It's bells. It's bells. The bells of Florence are ringing our names. Okay, so enough of that. What you do is I give you the link in the video. Which shows you what you can win. You go to the Facebook page, you go to there, you don't have to hit the like button, it would be nice if you did, but you go there and you just write, I saw this on How to Be a Great GM, and I think this stuff is cool. Then, it's a 2-phase process, and I'm sorry this is the only way that we could figure out how to do it, but it is cool free stuff. Then you go to this, back here, to to YouTube, and you write, I went to this competition, that competition, that competition, that competition. It's just the only way that we could do it. I'm awfully sorry. We did try different ways, but hell, it's free stuff. And if you don't use Facebook, unfortunately, then there's a lot of people who said no. If you don't use Facebook, you can't get the stuff. So bear that in mind. All right. So here, without any more preamble, because I completely went over on that one, but that was to be expected. Every time the bell rings, some role player in the world rolls a natural 20. Absolutely. Or I continue to roll a natural 1 for not turning it off. Okay, I'm shutting up now. Here we go. And have a look at this. Finally got the dice to glow. They inspired the video. Are you a dice tosser? And they're back again. Haxtec dice. I have to say, we get approached on the channel a lot to do videos on subjects and properties and stuff. And most of the time we're like, thank you, but we're not interested. It really doesn't apply. Or we get sent stuff and they're like, if you like it, do a video. And we respond back going, we like it, but we're not a sales channel. So we only talk about stuff that we actually ourselves will purchase, will use, or will purchase or will use. Basically, that's the bottom line. So unless I myself am using this stuff in my own games, we don't promote it on the channel. Haxtec got a hold of us and said, here's some dice, see what you think. it inspired that dice tosser video because the dice were so amazingly beautiful and wonderful that I couldn't not. I mean, they were absolutely amazing. And you guys responded by going and purchasing a whole bunch of dice from these guys, which obviously made them happy. And that was the end of it. Then I wrote to the person I'd been dealing with, and they said absolutely they would love to sponsor more of those metal dice because those metal dice were so cool, and they would love to sponsor glow-in-the-dark dice, which I tried to show glowing previously and failed to do so. But this time round, as you saw in the video, I got it right. So they're giving away 6 sets of dice, as a matter of fact, to you if you head on over to their web page, their Facebook page, Haxtec Game. Haxtec Game. You need to go to Haxtec Game, and Facebook page is below. Leave your comments saying, we love your dice, give us some dice. I mean, look at how pretty those dice are. Those are the metal ones. And they've got a whole range of different types of dice. We love your dice. How to Be a Great Game Master sent us here, or we came here from there, or however that might work. And then just add that to your Facebook list. So you've got a long list. If I was you, I would enter into all of them. There's nothing saying that you can't. So yes, absolutely, that's something to bear in mind and do that. Now, what I wanted to say about Haxtec was that it was my birthday a couple months ago, and we've been dealing with Haxtec since January, I think, where we kind of been chatting and that sort of thing. And next minute I get this thing in the post, and it's a package, and it's these amazing dice and a dice tray, and they're like, well, this is for you because it's your birthday and you've been so kind and have helped us, and so we thought you should just have some dice. There we go. Nice. Just happy birthday. I was so touched by that. How could I say no? And that, to me, is what it's all about. Anyway, that's a different video altogether. Shut up! This is celebrating, and we are indeed celebrating. Right, so you saw that. I don't know where to put the screen so that I can see what's going on and click and not look like an idiot. I'm getting there. All right. Fantastic dice. We profiled them. There's that Are You a Dice Tosser game, as I mentioned. So I've seen some comments coming through. How do you enter? So what you do is, in Haxtec's case, you go over to Facebook and you find Haxtec Game, and the dice are there. Just leave a comment on their page. And then come and comment into YouTube below saying I went there. Now, before you go and post all your comments into the YouTube chat, that's where we're going to be monitoring from. So we're going to be looking at that. So before you do that, wait, because there are 7 more things that we're going to be giving away that you can then enter for as well. So it makes sense to do one post into the YouTube block where you say I entered for everything. And then I have to go and correlate everything just to make sure that is what you did. And then you can enter for everything. There's no rule saying that you can't. So, and I'm going to say that again in a couple of the videos. So it was lovely going to Finland, and absolutely it was really one of them. One of which is your soul. I'm not sure what that. Anyway, so right, we wanted the History Channel video, so here it is. Brace yourselves for a walk down memory lane if you've been with us for a while. Hi guys, I'm going to talk to you about what I think makes a great GM. There are a whole lot more which we can explore, so if you like this video, click on like, and if you want to see more, click on that subscribe button. Until then, good luck, happy gaming. Someone wants something badly and is having difficulty getting it. All these rules are really great. There's a problem, however. Very few of them actually tell you how to start your game. Hello and welcome to this episode of How to Be a Great GM. But generally speaking, it should always be in the background so that you don't end up competing with the music yourself, because then that just makes a very bad experience. Welcome to another episode of How to Be a Great GM. We're currently in our series exploring how to deal with different size groups. Is this line secure? Are we being monitored? No? Good. All right then, I've got what you're looking for. We're
looking at how to be a great player in almost any type of setting, even if you haven't ever heard of the setting before.
Hello and welcome to this very special message to all of you. We've hit it. 10,000 subs. And I really don't know what to say except thank you to you and you and you and you and you, and I could do this all day. Hello and welcome to this episode of How to Be a Great GM. My name is Diego. Patreon exclusive video on how to be a great GM, and in particular on metagaming. Hello and welcome to this video on it's a big ship. Squeeze in. Keeps blowing my mind away. Spears. Wheels. Actually this one. The wind just cut through your fingers. Or whether they simply run out of supplies, giving you some kind of inspiration. Hello and welcome to this episode of How to Be a Great GM. Hello and welcome to this episode of How to Be a Great Player. Hello and welcome to this episode of, announcing the winner of our t-shirt competition. And no, it's not a wet t-shirt competition. It is in actual fact a very dry t-shirt competition. As a matter of fact, it should actually be only dry cleaned t-shirt competition, but that's not nearly as catchy, is it? Hello and welcome to this episode of How to Be a Great GM. I'm here at Edo Wonderland in Japan. Hello and welcome to this episode of For Your Consideration. Hello and welcome to this episode of WorldAnvil.com. Today we're looking at materials. Hello great masters, my name is Guy and today we are looking at information overload. No, do I make you horny, baby? Do I? Get it? Do I make you horny? No, you don't, because we never talk about sex, ever. Hello and welcome to this very first video in the series of DungeonFog. Now, DungeonFog is a browser-based map maker and map editor. Welcome to this very first episode on the Fabled Lands. Welcome to this very special episode of How to Be a Great GM. I am here in Finland, courtesy of the Troikon 2018 festival, and I happen to be inside a museum that has one of the most amazing displays that you will ever see. So if you're coming to Finland, forget everything else, just come here, all right? Welcome to this very special Halloween edition. Well, there we go. Yeah, beards everywhere. It's just watching that. Maybe Skull Guy is the best guy. Yeah. Total side note. But how are you telling which Facebook account aligns with which YouTube account, Lady Nine? It's a good question to ask, and one which you will reconcile, obviously, and try and put it together. The best thing to do is to head on over to the Facebook page of the company that's giving away free stuff. leave a comment there, and then come back and put it on YouTube here saying, I went to their Facebook and I did the thing. It really is just showing love for the sponsors. You know, these guys, they have product to sell, they have product to make, they have targets to meet and all those kinds of things. Then they get someone like me coming along saying, hey, give us free stuff and then pay for the postage and packaging as well. And they need to get something back. So if it's, you know, it takes you 5 minutes to find the Facebook page, then, you know, it's there. It's done. You want to win the dice, and this makes no sense. Why? I'm just confused. Don't be confused, Pokemon Master Kai. Don't be confused. Just go to their webpage. Never mind, you got it? Okay. My Facebook is the same as my YouTube, so that's no problem. There we go. Absolutely. It's, yeah, like I said, it's really about showing these guys that we appreciate what they do and the cool stuff that they make. So, there. Just to make sure with the Haxtec. So Haxtec, yes, they've had Facebook issues, let's be honest. So you got to go to Haxtec Game, not just the Haxtec Facebook, because that Haxtec Facebook has been, there's issues there anyway. And I will, when I have finished this video, because I was supposed to do it and I forgot to do it because I was in Discord having a conversation about 15,000 things. So I will put it in here as well. Question, what did I miss? Just join. So Boardlich, you've only just missed most of the show, so we're ending off now anyway. No, you haven't. We've gone through one competition, Haxtec's Facebook. So there we go. Sam, thank you, Michael Wyatt, for sharing that. I will allow it because, and there's so many people sharing that link now. Absolutely. I appreciate that. And that's something that I have, I mean, you just look at this chat and you go, okay, there's 170 people here and we're all busy sort of celebrating this thing. And sold your soul to the devils at Facebook so that you could win some free stuff. Absolutely. Well, you know, the dice, and these are not in any particular order of favoritism, by the way. These are not in any order of favoritism. It's just I kind of loaded them up and I said, okay, well, this would be a good thing, that would be a good thing. I'm going to stop talking because I think that there is, you know, we've made some amazing friends, and that for me is the milestone. People say, okay, well, oh, you reached 100,000 subscribers. What is the moment what's the most amazing thing? The most amazing thing for me about the 100,000 subscribers is that I think of the people that I've met in terms of making the channel. And the first person, obviously, is Derek, the Web Goblin. He and I used to work together, and I'd released the first sort of GM videos that my partner and I had sort of made together, and they hadn't really done anything very much. And then someone put it on Reddit. And suddenly the channel burst into a 2,000 subscriber mark, and we said, okay, well, there's something happening here. There's something moving forward. So let's try and involve some more people. So my partner and I tried to do some more videos, but it really wasn't a good. It wasn't a good sort of matchup. There wasn't a huge amount of drive at the time. So we got Devil. I'm busy reading the comments and trying to talk at the same time. So we got Derek involved, and we got Carla involved. Carla joined as the marketing goblin, and Derek joined as the web goblin to sort of ostensibly run the back end of the website and those kinds of things, and as well to handle the finance side of things. Now, South Africa has very strict financial control, so you couldn't at that specific time get PayPal into South Africa. You could use PayPal and you could put money into PayPal, but you couldn't draw money out of it. So the Web Goblin had to look at all of those kinds of things, and he did a remarkable job on doing that. So we can make sure that all the funds that we do manage to get, we can actually utilize. Anyway, then time progressed and Carla left us and Derek remained, and then we started to make more friends, people on the channel, people who argued with me in the comments on the videos, which I absolutely love. I formed friendships with role players who I said, online gaming is terrible, and role players said, no, you must come and play in my game. I will show you how we do it in Germany. Of course, you know who you are. And so I went along and had an amazing experience and completely changed everything. So I changed videos. So it's a friendship that I've made, and I hope that you guys have made friendships. So when you look at the stuff that we've done, the partnerships that we've made, it's mainly because of friendships more than anything else. So for our next giveaway, and this is something that you really should know about by now. I see a comment there. This is a company you really should know about, and if you don't know about them, then this video will help you. To put it in perspective, they launched about 2 weeks ago, and they've already got over 15,000 users. That's just how fast they have grown, and we were very lucky enough to meet them and to be able to partner with them. So same story. Head on over to their Facebook page. Tell them that you love them, tell them that you came from this stream, and then add that to your list that you're going to then post into the YouTube commentary of this particular video to be eligible to win what they are offering. What can I say about DungeonFog that I haven't already said? It's my favourite go-to map making program, and it should be yours as well. So to qualify for a 1-year subscription that they will give to you for DungeonFog, just go onto their Facebook page. It's DungeonFog. That's a surprise. Go to DungeonFog's Facebook page. Leave a comment saying I like map making. I like map making with How to Be a Great GM, and bingo, you're sorted. And then of course leave a comment down below saying I went to the DungeonFog Facebook page. Now, as with all of them, you can leave a comment saying I went to World Anvil, I went to DungeonFog, I went to Slugfest, I went to Rare. You can just go through every single one and enter for all of it. And who knows, maybe you'll have the most amazing Christmas ever. Yes, map mapping. It happens, okay? It really does happen. So, yeah, I'm not big enough into map mapping or anything else along those lines. It's the funniest thing. One has to remember that. One has to sort of slow down when you're talking, and then you get comments, and I have these all the time, and I absolutely love them, where people say, "Am I the only one who watches him at 1.5 times the speed?" And I have to say, no, he isn't. The Web Goblin watches me at 1.5 times the speed as well. He admitted this, and he's not here to defend himself because it's 4 a.m. in South Africa at the moment, which is where he is based. So he's busy sleeping, getting ready for his work day, I suppose. Oh no, don't remind me of that catchphrase. That's the truth, isn't it? Isn't it? So I got stuck on the Twitch stream and the isn't it sort of statement. So DungeonFog is a great company, and the assets that they're releasing, I believe they plan to release 2 sort of sets every year, 2 major sets, and then they're going to release sort of other bits and pieces. And their future is just absolutely so bright. We really enjoy using them, and I use them all the time. I mean, if you don't watch the Twitch streams, you won't know. Anyway, I've got to try and let's move on. So that's DungeonFog. Now, I did see that someone mentioned another name which has popped up. So, whilst this next body. Nobody got time for one speed me, yes. Well, you can't do that in a live, so slow it down. All right, so before I launch the next video was recommended to me, the contents of the video anyway, were recommended to me by Discord users. So if you haven't joined our Discord, there are links somewhere that you can find. Someone, I'm sure, will hopefully post it up. And join us in Discord, and we have all sorts of amazing discussions, primarily on bacon and steak, and bacon and steak, which is stuff that I can't get relatively easily here in Japan. So that's primarily what we talk about, and then occasionally we talk about role-playing games. Same procedure as last year. So watch the video, go to the Facebook page, leave them some love, and then leave the comment below. Right, so now you've seen the imagery, what is Red Dragon Inn and why should you care? Well, it's an awesome game made by Slugfest Games. You can see their Facebook page behind me. Really enjoyable, lots of fun, absolutely love it. To enter into the giveaway for our 100,000 subscriber milestone, specifically to enter into the get a copy, we're actually giving away 2 copies, which is lovely, plus some expansions. Get over to Slugfest Games on the Facebook page. It's Slugfest Games. You can't really go wrong with that. Slugfest Games. We will do the links below, obviously. Slugfest Games. Leave a comment saying, I love your games, or something along the lines of what you would order when you go into the Red Dragon Inn. What would you order when you sat down? And then invite the Great Game Master, How to Be a Great Game Master, to join you, or mention just that you watched. Hey, I saw the video of How to Be a Great Game Master. I really want to order a tall pale ale or whatever it is that you might order at the Red Dragon Inn, but don't expect to get it because it is the Red Dragon Inn. Right, so there we go. There's the links being shared up. Thank you. I'm busy looking to see them if I've got them in shortcut, and I've got the email addresses of the owners of those Facebook groups, but I don't actually have the actual Facebook link itself. Never had much problems understanding, so I leave it at the normal speed. There we go. That's fantastic of you. Now, speaking of my lovely voice, which is I'm going to share with you, and please, this is your channel. We do this for you guys, so just let me know if I'm talking too much. Just let me know if I'm doing that, because that does often happen. So here's a story. Thank you, Simon, for sharing that. So here's a story about my voice. Now, when I was working in television, I would do a lot of voiceovers because it's actually quite a nice, lucrative enterprise. You get paid quite well if you're a fairly decent voiceover artist. And I still do voiceovers for South Africa, even here in Japan, and then I sort of read them and then I send them through. Now, I used to have a client, a very large banking institution in Africa, as a matter of fact, and they got a new head of communications and whatever. And when I do a voice for a company or a corporation, I sound a little bit different. You have what you call your professional voice. And I would do these professional voice sounds for them. And this new corporate communications person comes in. I'm sitting in the room. They're watching the video. And at the end of the video, they look at me and they go, I hate that voiceover artist. It's so boring. Please, can we do any... Silence would be better than that voice. I don't know who you got, but... get rid of that. I want someone who's fresh and young and preppy and doesn't sound like they should be reading World War II news updates. It was so funny because my boss knew that I'm quite touchy about people sort of openly criticizing me like that. And clearly this comms person did not know that it was me who had done it. So my boss is sitting directly behind this woman, turning bright red, trying to hide her laughter because it was so funny. Anyway, so obviously we changed the voiceover artist. So it does happen that you get people who like it and people who don't. And that does lead me into a rather interesting segue, which is, if you don't know about it, and you won't know about it if you're not a Patreon. Now, what we're doing for Patreon is we have released, I believe as of yesterday or the day before, podcasts of me reading out our Epic Guide book. So if you haven't bought the complete guide to... I'm busy looking at the book on the bookshelf. If you haven't bought the complete guide to creating epic campaigns or the PDF, and you'll find those links everywhere. If you haven't bought it yet, you can go and sign up for the podcast, and then you can listen to me reading through it. But I don't just read through it. I read through a little paragraph or so, and then I add in my own comments and thoughts and things to sort of embellish what's been going on there. So you can obviously now have me as a podcast, and there's an RSS feed, so you can stream it to whatever it is that you like to listen to podcasts on, and it is there because people have been saying they really, really want to be put to sleep by my voice. Okay, I think that's given everybody enough time to go through to Slugfest and to sort that out. I see some comments coming through there. Jim Nixon, if you're ever back in Japan, yeah, give us a shout and maybe we can meet at some of the gaming cafes and go from there. I would love to be there. Would you consider being interviewed for my ex's show, Paranormal Encyclopedia? Well, I'm not dead yet, so I don't know if I qualify as being able to be interviewed on a paranormal kind of space, but absolutely. 100,000 subs, yes. I love falling asleep to your voice. I hear so many people saying that, and it does fill me with a small amount of joy until I realize that I actually put them to sleep, which then kind of dulls that joy. No, I know, you're only joking. Anyway, so there we are. And that book is really helping me. That's fantastic. That is the best feedback. Orson Welles had a very deep voice, and I can't really do Orson Welles. I'd have to listen to him a lot to do that. The last voiceover group I did, I had to do a pseudo-South American Argentinian voice, which I listened to so many videos to try and get that sound right. But yes, anyway. Well, my favorite ice cream, you think Rocky Road? You like Rocky Road? My favorite ice cream, I have to say, is actually... I'm going to tell you after this next video. Because we've been talking about it, so we might as well show it. Well, I think it goes without saying that we can't celebrate our 100,000 subscriber milestone without celebrating the book that you helped make. That's right, every single person who watches this channel, who hits that like button, who hits the subscribe button, or even just shares us or adds us to a playlist, or basically just anybody who has watched these videos has helped create that book. So head on over to our Facebook page, which is Great Game Master. Just go Facebook, Great Game Master. You'll find us there. Leave a comment saying, I love your videos, give me the book, you big hairy man thing, you. Give me the book! And then leave a comment down below, and you might very well win your own copy of said book, which so far everyone seems to have thoroughly enjoyed, which makes me very happy and content and feel all warm and fuzzy. But that's also what 100,000 subscribers feels like. It's amazing! So there you go. You can win a hard copy of the book, if you haven't already purchased it. So yeah, head on over to our Facebook page, hit the like button. That will make the Web Goblin incredibly happy. Facebook is kind of his domain to play in. He looks there. I pop in every now and again as often as I can, to try and keep up. So my favorite kind of ice cream is... No one's got it yet. No one has got it yet. Okay, so the answer is, as a matter of fact, choc chip mint is my favorite. Mint ice cream, that sort of that lovely, not peppermint crisp, which has got that grungy, it's choc chip mint ice cream. It blows my mind. I absolutely love it. And you can't get it in Japan. There's so many things I cannot get in this country. You know what the most painful thing is that where I grew up, and I think pretty much everywhere else, is that green ice cream is mint ice cream, as far as I'm concerned. In Japan, green ice cream is green tea ice cream. I don't like the flavor of green tea, so the amount of times I've ripped open a tub of ice cream going, yes! No! Why? Anyway, so that's an aside. Japan has some amazing food combinations. Some of them are phenomenal. I truly agree. Evident you know, or at least the comments of your freezer. There we go. If you scroll up. That was my guess. Oh, was it? I missed it. Sorry, Eric. I didn't see that. So, root beer ice cream. I had root beer when I was in the States. It wasn't as... I need to have more of it. I quite like it. Green tea ice cream is your favorite. Well, come here and you can have buckets of it. You really can have absolute buckets of it. Now, something that people ask me to briefly talk about and mention, and we're not going to go over an hour, by the way. We cannot go over an hour because I've actually got a game to run, which is a hell of a lot of fun. It was a one-on-one game. Now it's a husband and wife to be game, which I think is absolutely awesome. It's a really interesting game to play, but. Nonetheless, have you tried Basket Robbins in Japan? They might have. Yeah, I will go searching for it. But when I say it's not easily accessible, I mean the convenience store that's 100 meters down the road does not sell the stuff I want. I'd have to go and look for it, and that's an adventure all on its own, which I'm not mentally prepared for. Okay, so I'm just going through here everyone that I have played so far. We still have a few things to give away, and I don't want to run out of time because I do want to give you guys the opportunity of getting the most stuff. And I personally, I'm saving the best for last. So that's me personally. Now the competition will run for probably the better part of a week, so that everyone who didn't join the live stream can participate and they can watch. So all right, they will just not have the luxury of having everyone help them in terms of where to go. Gettysburg, PA is, I want to say Pennsylvania. No, what is P? Where is PA? PA. Let me know. But that's fantastic. Solo campaigns can be fun and challenging. Yes, absolutely. Commented on DungeonFog. Excellent. Well done. That's good to hear. All right. So, what your book wasn't the best part? There are so many things, and if you think about it, our book came out 14 days ago. Pennsylvania. There we go. I got it. Yay! Okay, so I mean, the book came out 14 days ago. Then we hit 100,000 subscribers within 2 weeks. It's been insane. It really has. Releasing the book was a major milestone because for those of you that don't know my history, I grew up in a very creative family and was told for many years, write a book. And I never kind of got around to it. I have started so many, you have no idea. But it was because that there was the support that everybody, all of you were giving me, that I said, okay, I'm actually going to do it this time around. And we wrote that book. And that book, it took a lot of effort. And thankfully, I was able to to have the time to do it because of the support from, again, you guys watching the videos and from the Patreon support. They were keeping me afloat because I have been full-time on the channel now since July. That was another major milestone, was to say, you know what, I'm gonna that's it, I'm just going full-time on the channel. So it's been absolutely fantastic. All right, so before we go to our next one, which I think is pretty cool, especially if you travel for games a lot, I think it's quite fun, is that before I go there, we are now, there's a couple sort of things that I'm doing. I'm playing with the Save or Dice crowd. And Gen Con is coming up next year, which is in August. So what we're doing is we're starting a small fund because I personally would like to go to Gen Con. But I think that it is awfully unfair for me to go to places like Finland, to come here to Japan, to go to the States and those kinds of things on my own. Because the Web Goblin is stuck in South Africa and he does a great job and he does a background job and no one really gets to see him. So from a corporate perspective, we look at it and we go, well, I'm sorry, Web Goblin, but it just doesn't make sense for you to fly anywhere. No one knows who you are. You're green. People kind of laugh at you when you appear in public. Anyway, so what we're doing is... here is a link if you want it. Where does this go? Let's see. There we go. Thank you. So what I'm doing, and he doesn't know this, he does not know this, is I'm going to start a fund. Either it's here on YouTube live stuff as well as on the Twitch stream. And that fund is to help to pay for the Web Goblin to go to Gen Con next year. I will try and get there one way or another, and I there's, having been the face of the channel, I have certain pull with various options. But to get the Web Goblin there, so that's what I'm doing, is I'm raising a secret fund for the Web Goblin to start going. So all of your donations that come through in the super chat, I'm actually keeping separately. I've said to the Web Goblin, look, these funds, there's projects and stuff that are going on. I don't want you to touch them. That I had to beat him a little bit to make him accept that, but I gave him cake, and that sort of quietened him down. So that's what we're going to do, is we're going to take any donations here in Super Chat and put them aside so that the Web Goblin can go to Gen Con, and then on Twitch we will do the same thing. So that's the aside there. And to do that, I think one of the reasons why we want to go there is because there's so much stuff. Why would you travel to Finland specifically? Finland brought me there. They invited me to go over there to go and be part of an amazing convention. And there's videos on the channel that you can have a watch if you want to see that. He can replay the stream, and he might replay the stream, but if he does, I'll just tell him not to. There we go. I'll just tell him not to watch the 100,000 video thing. You see, this is the problem, is I don't feel like I'm live and I don't feel like hundreds of people are watching, so I kind of forget about that. Anyway, okay, so here we go with the next giveaway. These things are an awful lot of fun, and I literally have them right next to me. So have a look at these. How awesome are those? They're called dragon sleeves. They're these wonderful, wonderful handcrafted wooden boxes. You can see the promo video on their Facebook page from Dogmite Games. Now, we've been chatting with them for quite some time, and we said, well, we've got this 100,000 subscriber milestone coming up. Is there anything that you want to do? And they said, yes, there is. Here, take these, and give them out. So we're giving out 2 dragon sheaths. Those wooden boxes which keep your dice in place. They close so really nicely and really, really tightly. I've got one over here, which obviously I used to make that video. They keep everything. You can see the video behind me. Go to the Facebook page, have a look. They make such cool stuff. Really, really, really awesome bits and bobs. So to get your hands on a wooden dragon sheath, you can head on over to their Facebook page, as with everybody else who's sponsoring stuff today. Let's show those sponsors. Let's show them that we care and that they should continue to sponsor cool stuff, because, well, who doesn't like getting cool stuff? So head on over to their Facebook page, say, I love your wooden stuff, I want to buy more of it, or I want to give me, because I'm a hairy kobold. I don't know. Leave a comment and say, I saw you on How to Be a Great GM, and I love your stuff, or I want to love your stuff, or I want your stuff, or that's so cool. I'm just watching the video and I'm like, oh, I want that. That's what I want. That's what I want. That's what I want. So go and do that. And then, as usual, in the comments below, say, I went to Dogmite Games and left a comment. And then we can name and give you your giveaway once that has been drawn. I'm sure that I'll explain the rules in the live video. God, I hope so. Anyway, Dogmite Games, some really, really, really cool stuff coming out from them. Well, I think that you saw, and I specifically left the Facebook video playing longer than normal, is because you can see that the people that are in the video are actually the people who make this stuff. So it's gamers doing stuff for gamers. And I mean, they really are cool. I don't know if you saw in the video, let me just grab, hang on. That awkward moment when you're grabbing stuff. I mean, these are pretty big. I quite like them. And there is no way, sorry about the noise, there is no ways that this lid is coming off. It really is magnetically, which is quite nice, sealed, and it's really cool to kind of keep everything in there, and you can do that. Yay! Thank you, Cyril Bodnar. We will send the Web Goblin to Gen Con. I want to meet for the first time this year, and would love to meet you and the Goblin next year if possible. Well, that's the thing. I mean, that's what it's all about. It's just sort of meeting people out that way, we'll go to Europe, of course, at some point as well, which would be quite nice. But yes, I went to Dogmite Games and left a comment. Fantastic. There we go. So that's wonderful. So yes, hello the UK. UK, I'm coming to the UK. I'm trying to get there. We will get there eventually one day. It's all just a matter of perspective, isn't it? Now, I'm looking at the comments coming through. And I know, well, Atlantic City, and I'm gonna cause problems here. Atlantic City and Georgia, and that whole there's a big following in sort of Atlanta and in Georgia. And is Atlantic City New Jersey, USA, NJ? Is that New Jersey? I'm thinking it is. I would love to go there because then I could hook up with Nerdarchy and Company because they're based in New Jersey. I think I stand to be corrected. Anyway, so there's lots of there's so many things. There's so many places I would love to go and participate in, and those are some of our long-term goals. You know, what we often try and do is say, okay, well, if we're going to the States, then how do we spend more time in the States? So when I was there in October, I was there for almost 3 weeks trying to get to as many points as I could in terms of meeting people. So we will try and do that again. If the Web Goblin and I go, we'll probably definitely sort of, get like the camper van thing and do a cross America drive, which would be probably very dangerous because you guys in the States drive on the opposite side of the road to the road that we drive on, so it gets disastrous. Anyway, it is what it is. Now, speaking of long-time friends and of worlds and traveling around worlds and all those kinds of wonderful things, I think without any doubt, something that we would have to show. I haven't been to Denmark, and I would love to go to Denmark because that's where my family originated from. Well, I mean, that's the original sort of space. Anyway, speaking of worlds and stuff, this is another sponsor whom you all should know, and they're giving away their top tier subscription for a year. World Anvil, our long-time and long-standing partners, are giving away their ultimate subscription for a year to one of you who goes to their Facebook page and says, I love creating worlds, especially ones that How to Be a Great Game Master can visit. Just mention our channel name and leave a comment on their website, and that makes you eligible to join. Of course, like all of the other videos, you also need to just leave a comment below and say, well, I went to World Anvil's Facebook page and I left a comment, and there it is. So it's a two-phase process, but so many things in life are. Go to their website, go to their Facebook page, have a look, meet the crew, join up with their Discord. If you're a world builder, you can't go wrong, can you? So you know them by now if you've been watching this channel. I don't think I need to say much more other than, well, thank you to World Anvil for being part of our journey and helping us to get to this incredible milestone. Okay, so World Anvil, obviously, we signed up with them and they signed up with us at about the 50,000 user mark. They had 50,000 users, we had 50,000 subscribers. It was amazing, and we've just helped them celebrate. Michael White, I do have to say thank you for sharing all these links. I know everybody else does as well, but Michael seems to be like on the ball just there. You're obviously an experienced Facebook user, and I say that with the best of intentions. So how does one go about joining the Discord channel? I think there was a link posted earlier on about joining the Discord channel. That's one thing that I have found is quite mysterious about Discord, is how difficult it is to find channels in there and then try and join them. Anyway, someone will share a link. Otherwise, if you head on over to any of our videos, you will see in the sort of the description below, the doobly-doo below, you'll see that there is a thing in there. So, I mean, World Anvil, you don't know this, but World Anvil is run by Demetrius and Janet. And when the complete guide to creating epic campaigns was about to release, Janet said, can I help edit that for you? I asked for some volunteers, and Janet came forward. She volunteered a week of her time where she spent literally 8 hours a day fixing the book for the fact that we were friends, and I thought that was absolutely amazing. And I cannot tell you how wonderful these people are, and World Anvil is just great, and so that's why we support them on the channel completely. So there we go. All right, so I'm now officially over my time, so I'm going to jump onto Discord very briefly and do something that I hate doing. So you're going to have to bear with me here. This is Great GM apologizing. A little crazy, wait to see you here. Okay, so I've got a game which is starting now at 12 o'clock. I thought I'd be over, but we're nearly over and I don't want to rush it. So, running a few minutes late, stuck in traffic. Oh my, what was that just came through there? So while somebody's lying to them, again, they could probably watch the stream and find out. This time the Goblin is coming to the States too. Absolutely. Eric, oh, Eric, you beauty, you. Now, those who don't know who Eric is, Eric was one of the players that... when I went to the States in October last year, they said, no, you can't drive yourself around. You are a danger. You forget to look where you're driving because you talk too much. So he and Mike and Hernan, just a whole bunch of guys from Minneapolis, from St. Paul, got together and actually hosted me for an amazing weekend out that side of the country. It was phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. And I thank you. You can definitely count on the fact that when I get to the States, Minneapolis, I will be there. I couldn't say no to that. That's a wonderful place. Okay, so you've got World Anvil, you've got DungeonFog, that's kind of closed off that. You've got Dice. You've got the book on how to be an epic campaign manufacturer maker. Whoever downvoted this, I hope you get a game night full of natural ones and critical fails. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, and I think we have an obligatory minus one downvoter automatic. I think there's someone out there who likes to be a little bit different, and everyone's entitled to their opinion. Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so now, before we continue, how many of you guys actually know how big a pouch that contains 450 gold would be? How big do you think that pouch would be? Well, Jim Nixon, only Nixon could go to China, but you can certainly come to Japan at any point. Yes, well, you can gorge on sushi. I don't eat fish. Yes, I moved to a country that's primarily based on fish, and they don't eat fish. So yes. You can have sushi. I'll wait outside because the smell of fish actually I get nauseous. So, as big as your bear belly. No, I'm going to hold it up now. Here is a bag containing 450 gold. That's it. That's what 450 gold looks like. Because you put it as platinum pieces, you see. You don't have it as actually... no, I don't even eat seafood. I don't eat seafood. Yes, so there we can gorge on rice. Yes, you don't have much of a choice. So this is 450 gold. How easy is it for a thief to steal this? I mean, this is on your belt, and and bingo, off it goes. So make sure that you have lots of it. That's what I would suggest. Have a look at this. Mitch! So I'm not stuck in traffic, as you can see. Mitch is the gentleman that I am having the most amazing one-on-one game with. Well, not one-on-one, one-on-two game with. So, yeah, thank you. To the first of many 100,000s. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so with that in mind, let us now move on to this to keep in mind. I love coins, and these coins are spectacular. Absolutely spectacular. I absolutely adore the coins that Rare Elements is coming out. Their Kickstarter is just coming to an end. I think I'm not exactly sure when this video plays out. Their Kickstarter ended on the 15th of November for these amazingly beautiful coins. Amazing, of course, being our keyword. So head on over to their Facebook page, leave a comment mentioning that you, say, would like to buy some coins with some coins that the How to Be a Great GM has shown you how to use. Or maybe just leave a comment that you saw this on the How to Be a Great GM so they know where you came from. And then right below that, hey, I went to Rare Elements, the Facebook page Rare Elements, to get to the Rare Elements Foundry, which makes, of course, these amazing coins. And what I really love is that they've got like a starter pack, which you saw in that video, and there's copper, there's silver, there's platinum, and there's gold. I kind of sat there counting. There's 450 golds worth of coins. It's surprisingly heavy, but at the same time, you could use I can see a thief being able to pilfer that kind of bag of tricks. Anyway, if you want your own bag of coins, this is the place to get them. Really cool, quality, nice, heavy-duty coins. Well, you can see more on their Facebook page. Some interesting questions coming through there. So we've got the links being shared. Thank you very much, everybody, for doing that. Why am I wearing gloves in all of the videos? Well, although I talk with my hands a lot, when my hands are moving around, it's okay. You can't really sort of see what's happening, but I'm double jointed, so my fingers are really skew, like really skew. Like I can bend them in all sorts of weird and wonderful ways. So, and they're very scarred because I used to, well, still do make lots of stuff. So there's lots of scars and things, and I thought the gloves kind of fitted more with the theme. So yes, the coins were heavier, as someone has pointed out. So that's why I have this other coin pouch, which has got the bigger coins in it. I mean, these are sizable coins. They really are. I mean, they big thick chunks of metal here. So, and yes, they do weigh a little bit more than the gold coins. I mean, the gold coins, which is what they're giving out, I think is they've made them sort of how we would have them, I suppose, gold coins. But nonetheless, I think it's always fun to kind of go to your players and say, right, well, you find 450 gold. There we go, and they can start counting it out, because that's the first thing that I did when that started when that arrived. So there we are. No Wizards of the Coast has an Adventure League anywhere near me. So is there any other way I can RP? Yes, absolutely. DungeonFog, RPGTablefinder.com is where you can go to find other people in your area or online who you want to join. I want to Rare Elements now. Pay me. Yes, Rare Elements is awesome. I do like their coins, and they're very well priced as well. Which I like. So, you know, oftentimes these metal coins and things can be quite expensive, but they are well priced and they are good quality as well. Okay, so now that I've been caught by my players for running over time, and we've got one thing left to give out, and I think that this last thing that we're going to give out is important. But it's not as important as what I would like you now to all do, if you can. And that's because we're gonna, you know, the last thing is it's a video, and then we'll call it off. What I would like you to do, and for those of you that watch stuff before, I do wash this mug from time to time. I've got a cup of coffee here. I remember, just accept it. I've got a cup of coffee here, and more importantly, I have what has been called, and let me just take the wrapping off of it. The Japanese like to wrap everything. So you buy a package, and inside is a wrapped package of the package you just purchased. Nonetheless, I have some cake with me. This is called Nagasaki cake, which is basically like a very nice sponge cake. So I raise this cake to all of you to say from the bottom of my heart, or from the heart of my bottom, whichever you prefer, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here, for sharing, for remaining, for just offering to drive us across the States. I mean, to drive us across Europe. I mean, it doesn't matter. For just being here and for supporting, I say absolutely thank you. I couldn't have done it without you. There's no ways that I could have done it without. Share with the Goblin. I'm just trying to fly the Goblin to the States. He gets nothing until he gets to the States. He never feed your goblins cake. It's dangerous. They get all high and mighty and suddenly they become Discord moderators and all sorts of things. Nonetheless, Prost. Absolutely. Prost. Cyril Barnard. Prost. Here we are. So, you're already getting armor on. Jason, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Cake for all. Cake for all is purchased by that fine gentleman sitting over there in the corner of the tavern. All right, well, as our last bit and bob to give out to all of you while I continue to munch down on my cake, here we go. Have a look at this. That video speaks for itself in terms of the book. I have a copy of it here. It's on my shelf over there. And what a walk down memory lane. If you're like me and you've been playing for quite a long time, you open up that book and oh, I remember that. Yes, I loved that. That was my favourite book. I wish I still had that book or the things like that. It's just amazing to go down that journey. And it's such wonderful production quality. Now they're giving away a special edition of that book in terms of celebrating our milestone of 100,000 subscribers. And all you need to do, as with the rest of them, head on over to 10 Speed Press. Now they are the ones who are responsible for the book. You can see their Facebook page behind me, and you can see there is the book as part of their catalogue lineup. They do a lot of fantastic books. So, Art and Arcana, what an amazing, amazing book. If you want it, go onto their website and say, hey, saw this on How to Be a Great GM. Just mention our channel, as well as the fact that you'd like a copy of the book. Then leave your comment down below saying, hey, I went to the 10 Speed Press Facebook page, which is 10 Speed Press, and left my comment, and I want that book. Give me the book. I want the book. To which I'll say, oh, I'm sorry, the special editions book's got to come to me first so I can read it for about 50 years, and then you can have it. No, seriously, it's a fantastic book. It's really, really worth getting your hands on, and if you don't win the prize, well, you can find our links below on where you can go and pick that up if you want to own your own copy through Amazon. It really is fantastic. Right, I'm still busy. Thank you for the link. Chaxel is someone that we met through Discord. Sorry, my mouth is so full because I had to have the second slice of cake to make sure the first slice of cake was real. Chaxel we met on the Discord server. Together we have combined forces with several other people to create a 200-player rule system for 200 simultaneous players at the same time. That game will go out in December, we're hoping. So absolutely join our Discord if you want to be part of that. It's just insane. There's a whole bunch of mechanics that Chaxel and the others have spent literally weeks and months working on. Well, it can only be weeks because the server hasn't been going that long. Michael White, thank you. It's Take a Goblin to the United States Day. I like that one. I really do like that one. So there you go. 10 Speed Press was one of those people. They wrote to us and said, hey, we've got this book. Would you feature it on your channel? And I said, it is a great book. It's a pretty book. It's a beautiful book, but it's a walk down memory lane kind of book. And it really, so then I wrote back and I said, hey, can we give it out to someone for free? And they said, absolutely, do that. Now, and I have to say this because it will be done, and it wasn't done because I'm a stupid idiot. But if you go onto our website, www.greatgamemaster.com, and we'll see if the Web Goblin deserves to fly in the actual aeroplane or whether he should just be put into my luggage and dragged across the borders. Hopefully he's done this. If you go to our website, you will see under the stuff page, I think it's called the stuff or buy or store shop page, whatever, that links through to our Amazon affiliation. So that helps support the channel. But you will also find the majority of the stuff that we have shown today, you will find there online as well to purchase if you don't win a copy. So wait for a week. Let's see who those winners are. I will be posting on Facebook, on Twitter, on Discord. We'll try and do it on Instagram because we've got all of those things, right? All of those things. We will post out, hey, there will be a live announcement of the winners. Goblins don't fly on the wing with the gremlins. No, that's gremlins territory. They've kind of got the mandate for that. So and you pay extra if they're going to have straps and things. So anyway, there we are. So head on over to greatgamemaster.com if you want to buy any of the stuff, the dice and the art and arcana. And as you say, I saw someone saying, "Oh, I'm a youngster and amongst all of the oldies." The oldies are sitting there going, "Oh, I remember that. Oh, yes, I love that one." All those kinds of things have come through. So it's really, really a trip down memory lane if you haven't been with us for so long. But yes, so that. Ladies, gentlemen, fine folks, D&D players and all other types of tabletop role players. Couldn't have done it without you. We're just going forward. We're doing more stuff. We're writing more modules. There's another book that possibly will be written. We're still looking and thinking and cogitating and contemplating, but everyone seems to have loved the book so far that we have released. There's podcasts on the horizon. There's stuff. There is stuff that we will be working on to just make this channel continue to do what it has been doing so far. And I truly, truly, truly thank you, all of you, for being part of this amazing, amazing journey. So, until next time, I wish you the very happiest of gaming. And I didn't cock it. Oh, shit.